In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NBA games happening on December 22nd, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. San Antonio Spurs versus New Orleans Pelicans. The San Antonio Spurs travel to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans on Thursday night. San Antonio is just 10-20 on the season and has the second worst record in the Western Conference. New Orleans comes into this matchup at 18-12 on the season, but have hit a rough patch after briefly taking over the top spot in the Western Conference. With 4 straight losses, the Pelicans are now in the 3rd spot in the Western Conference standings. The San Antonio Spurs have been in decent shape as they've won 4 of their last 6 games overall, and they will be hoping to stay hot after blowing past the Rockets in a 124-105 road win on Monday. Devin Vassell led the team with 26 points and 5 assists. Doug McDermott added 16 points off the bench, while Tre Jones chipped in with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. As a team, the Spurs shot a healthy 55% from the field and 17 of 34 from the three-point line, as they allowed 34 points in the second quarter to fall behind going into halftime. But they made their move in the third quarter, where they held the Rockets to just 14 points to pull away and win comfortably in the end. Meanwhile, the New Orleans Pelicans really need a win to get back on track, as they are now on a 4-game losing streak after falling short to the Bucks in a 128-119 loss on Monday. Jonas Valanciunas led the team with 37 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists. CJ McCollum added 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists, while Zion Williamson chipped in with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. As a team, the Pelicans shot just 42% from the field and 18 of 45 from the three-point line, as they struggled to contain the Bucks from the start and trailed by as many as 18 points before they rallied to make it interesting late. Looking at the betting trends, the Spurs are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games, 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team with a winning record, and 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 games overall. The Pelicans are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games against a team below .400, and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 8-2 in the last 10 meetings overall. The Spurs are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings overall, and the Spurs are 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in New Orleans. The Spurs will again be shorthanded with Keldon Johnson ruled out, while the Pelicans are still missing Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson for this one. The Spurs have come to life with 4 wins in their past 6 games, which is bad timing for the Pelicans, who are mired in a 4-game slump with their 2 top scorers injured on the sidelines. I don't want to back the San Antonio Spurs as much as the next guy, but the Pelicans have cooled off this week, and that includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 6 points. The Pelicans are also going to be without Zion, as he's battling an illness. The Spurs have also won a few games these last couple of weeks and are losing their last 5 games by an average of just 1 point. The Pelicans are still deserved favorites and should be good enough to get the win at home, but the Spurs are 7-0 against the spread in the last 6 meetings in New Orleans. So the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New Orleans shot under 43% in their loss to the Milwaukee Bucks last time out, well below their season average of 47.7%. Giannis and company's defensive effort had a lot to do with that, and the Spurs present an excellent bounce-back opportunity here for Zion and the Pelicans. Both teams are in the upper half in regards to pace of play, and I expect the Pelicans to come out blistering hot from beyond the arc. The total number has gone over in 5 of New Orleans' last 6 games. Josh Richardson and Keldon Johnson are questionable to suit up, but even if one or both sit, I expect this game to go well past the projected total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Wizards versus Utah Jazz. This Thursday, the Washington Wizards will travel to Salt Lake City to take on the Utah Jazz. Tip-off will be inside the Vivint Arena. This will be the second time that these two teams have matched up this season, as the Wizards walked away from their first meeting with a 121-112 victory. The Wizards are coming into this one after taking down the Phoenix Suns 113-110. They looked great on the offensive end of the court as they shot 47.5% from the floor. They will have to stay hot in this one if they want to challenge the Jazz on the road. The Utah Jazz is entering this matchup after defeating the Detroit Pistons 126-111. They were also impressive on the offensive end of the court as they shot 50.5% from the floor. Utah will have to stay efficient in this one if they want to take care of business at home. The Washington Wizards have been in terrible form as they've lost 13 of their last 15 games overall, but they will be eager to build some momentum in this one after putting a halt to a 10-game skid with a 113-110 road win over the Suns on Tuesday. Kyle Kuzma led the team with 29 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Bradley Beal added 27 points with 6 rebounds and 6 assists, while Denny Avdija chipped in with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. As a team, the Wizards shot 47% from the field and 11 of 27 from the three-point line as they held the Suns to just 18 points in the second quarter to take a 17-point lead before they rallied back from a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to pull off the impressive comeback. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz have been in a rut as they've lost 4 of their last 7 games, but they will be eager to stay hot after blowing past the Pistons in a 126-111 road win on Tuesday. Lauri Markkanen led the team with 38 points on 13 of 20 shooting. Jordan Clarkson added 21 points with 6 assists, while Malik Beasley chipped in with 17 points off the bench. As a team, the Jazz shot 50% from the field and a sizzling 20 of 46 from the three-point line as they set the tone with 31 points in the first quarter to take the lead, and they just didn't take their foot off the gas in a game where they led by as many as 22 points. Looking at the betting trends, the Wizards are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record and 4-12-2 against the spread in their last 18 games overall. The Jazz are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games following a win of more than 10 points and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record. Head-to-head, the over is 6-1 in the last 8 meetings overall. The Wizards are 4-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings overall, and the Wizards are 3-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings in Utah. The Wizards are keeping an eye on Kristaps Porzingis, who is listed as questionable with an illness for this one, while the Jazz will be sweating on the availability of Colin Sexton. The Wizards were absolutely ice-cold before their impressive comeback win over the Suns, while the Jazz were struggling before beating the Pistons in their last outing. You couldn't back either team with much confidence these days, but the Wizards are only 4-12-2 against the spread in their last 18 games overall. This is a big number for the Utah Jazz, but it's more of a sign of how bad things are for the Wizards. The Washington Wizards have not only lost 10 of their last 11 games, but they don't cover numbers despite being big underdogs most nights. The Utah Jazz do win at home by an average of 6 points. Stick with the Jazz, who have won 3 of their last 4 home games. So the Utah Jazz to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Utah Jazz have a great offense, while Washington is also capable of scoring a lot of points, and their defense should allow Utah to score more than they usually do. The Jazz is currently 18-16 in hitting the over this season, while they are 8-8 at home. This season, Utah is currently playing at a pace of 101.1, which ranks 15th, while Washington plays at a pace of 99.6, which ranks 23rd. Yet, Utah's offensive efficiency ranks 5th, while their defensive efficiency is 25th, and the Wizards rank 20th in both offensive and defensive efficiency, which should allow points to be scored as both teams struggle defensively. Meanwhile, Utah's last 10 games are averaging 234 points per game, while Washington's last 10 games are averaging 219.5 points per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.